Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and welcome to my Soft Handmade page. For today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make a magic circle along with this little circular coaster. This tutorial is beginner friendly. At the end of this video, you're going to be able to make a circular surface and you can make it however wide you'd like. Of course, you can choose the color you'd like, and as you can see, they're really cute and really simple to make. Now let's move on to the materials. First, you're going to need a 4mm crochet hook. Also, you're going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. This is the yarn I will be using today. It's the same one that I use usually. Now let's start. To make the magic circle, roll the thread of yarn onto your two fingers, just like so. It's kinda like making a slip knot at first. Once you roll them onto your fingers, we're going to have this little X shape. So you're going to insert your hook under the first thread and over the second one, then pull through. But now instead of letting go of the yarn, we're going to grab the yarn connected to our yarn ball. We're going to yarn over and pull through the loop we have on our crochet. Now we can loosen our fingers, and as you can see, you obtain a little circle. Now we will be working inside of that circle. So first, you're going to be chaining 2. After the chain 2, we're going to yarn over and make a double crochet inside of that circle. So yarn over, insert your hook in the middle of the circle, just like so. Grab your yarn and pull it through that little empty circle. Now you're going to yarn over, pull the yarn through the 2 first loops, yarn over, and pull the yarn through the 2 remaining loops. Now you've just made your first double crochet. Let's make a second one. So yarn over, insert your hook inside of the circle, pull the yarn through, then yarn over, pull the yarn through the 2 first loops, yarn over again, and pull the yarn through the 2 remaining loops. Here we have 2 double crochets. So keep going until we have a total of 12 double crochets inside of our magic circle. Once you're done, we're going to grab this little thread and we're going to pull it. And as you can see, the size of our little circle gets smaller and smaller. This is pretty useful when you have a little bit of that thread left and you still haven't finished your double crochets, so it can be useful to pull it so that you have enough space to continue. There we have our 12 double crochets. So next step is you're going to grab your work and pull that little thread so that our work is going to clutch together, just like so, and keep pulling until you have a very, very tight circle. So as you can see, mine is invisible now. Now to close our first row, we're going to skip 2 stitches. Then insert your hook inside of the first stitch we have on the row. So try inserting your hook inside of the first stitch you see on your row. If you remember, at first we made a chain 3, so you're basically going to skip the 2 chains, the 2 first chains, and insert your hook inside of the third one. There is our little circle. Now to keep going onto our second row, we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to be working on this next stitch. We're not going to be working on the stitch where we slip stitched. We're going to work on the second one, the one right next to it. So insert your hook inside of the full V stitch. As you can see, it has the shape of a V. Pull the yarn through, and now we're going to make a double crochet. So at first you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the 2 first loops. Then you have 2 remaining loops, so yarn over and pull through the 2 last loops we have on our crochet. Now we're going to yarn over and make a second double crochet inside of that same stitch. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 remaining loops. There we have made 2 double crochets inside of the first stitch. Now on to the next one, we're going to be making the exact same thing. So we're going to make 2 double crochets inside of that next stitch. Again, inside of the next stitch, we're going to be making 2 double crochets. This is how it's looking like now. We're basically going to continue onto the same pattern that I showed you. So just make 2 double crochets inside of each stitch we have. Once you've reached the end, to make sure that your count is right, you have to count the stitches you've made and end up with 24 double crochets. If you are missing one, then you must have missed a stitch or you counted wrong. So now I'm finishing up the row. To close this row, again we're going to slip stitch inside of the first stitch of our row. So skip the 2 chains that we made in the beginning and slip stitch onto the first one. There is our little circle. We have just finished row 2. Now on to row 3, we're going to chain 2 again, yarn over, and we're going to work on that first stitch, not the one that we slip stitch in, just like so. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your yarn inside of the 2 first loops, yarn over again, and insert the yarn inside of the 2 remaining loops. Again, we're going to make another double crochet inside of the same space. Now something is going to be a little different. On the next stitch, we're going to be making 1 double crochet. Then in the next one, make 2 double crochets. This is going to be our pattern for row 3. So you're basically making 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets. So into the next one, we're going to be making 1 double crochet. Then the next one, 2 double crochets. So we're going 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And keep going until the end of the row. There I'm finishing up with our third row. And to make sure this time that your count is right, we're going to be ending with 1 double crochet. So as you can see, I have a single double crochet here. Now to slip stitch, we're going to be slip stitching inside of the first stitch of the row. Here is our little circle. Now moving on to row 4, make a chain 2, yarn over, insert your hook inside of that first stitch, not the one that we slip stitched in. Make a double crochet, then make a second double crochet inside of the same space. As you have noticed, we always start with two double crochets in the same space. Now what's different is we're going to be making 2 double crochets individually. So we just finished our 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Now we'll be making 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 1 double crochet inside of the next one. Then in the third one, we're going to be making 2 double crochets. So the pattern goes 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. So it's basically 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and you keep going. This is how it's looking like for now, so continue until the end of the row. Now for this row, to make sure that the count is right, you have to make sure that you have 2 individual double crochets on the last stitches of your row. As you can see, it is nicely flat, which is the result that we want. Now skip the 2 chains and make a slip stitch inside of the first stitch of the row. There you go. Now for our 5th row, we're going to chain 2. Again, 2 double crochets inside of the first stitch, not the one that we slip stitched in. Now what's different is we're going to be making 3 individual double crochets. So on the next stitch make 1 double crochet, the next one another double crochet, then again on the next one another double crochet. So we have 3 double crochets individually. Then on the next stitch we're going to be making 2 double crochets inside of the same space. As you can see, the pattern is 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. So you have to make 2 double crochets in the same space, then 3 individual double crochets and 2 double crochets inside of the same space, then you keep going. Basically it's 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and you keep going. This is how it's looking like for now, so go ahead and continue until the end of the round. There we have it. Again, to make sure that your count is right, you have to make sure that you have 3 individual double crochets in the last on the last stitches of this row. Now we're going to be slip stitching again on the first stitch of the row. And there we go. It is the exact same size that I want. So for this one I made 5 rows, but if you want you can add as many as you like. Now to fasten off, we're going to chain 1, cut our yarn, and then we're going to fasten off the yarn. Try to tighten it to make sure that it's secure, and there you go. One last thing we need to do is to weave in the ends using our yarn needle. So just weave in the ends. And there you have it, your own coaster. Very simple to make, very easy, very quick, and beginner friendly. You can make as many as you'd like. It is very practical and you can also style it the way you want it. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I'll see you next time. Bye!